Jack the Ripper, one of the most infamous serial killers in history. Jack the Ripper was active in London during the late 19th century and is believed to have murdered at least 5 women in a brutal and gruesome manner. To this day, the identity of Jack the Ripper remains unknown, which has only added to the mystery and intrigue surrounding his notorious figure. In this video, we will delve deep into the life and crimes of Jack the Ripper, examining the historical context of his murders, the investigations that took place, and the various suspects that have been suggested over the years. To understand Jack the Ripper's crimes, we must first understand the historical context of his murders. During the late 19th century, London was a city plagued by poverty, overcrowding, and social unrest. The Whitechapel district, where most of the Jack Ripper's murders took place, was a particularly poor and dangerous area, known for its high crime rates and widespread prostitution. Against this backdrop of social and economic instability, Jack the Ripper's crimes took on a new level of terror, striking fear into the hearts of London's citizens and exposing the vulnerability of its most marginalized communities. Jack the Ripper is known to have murdered at least 5 women, all of whom were prostitutes. The first victim, Mary Ann Nichols, was murdered on August 31st, 1888, followed by Annie Chapman on September 8th, Elizabeth Stride and Catherine Endows on September 30th, and Mary Jane Kelly on November 9th. All of the victims were brutally attacked with their throats slit and their bodies mutilated in various ways. The sheer brutality of these murders shocked and horrified the public, leading to widespread panic and a massive manhunt for the killer. The investigation into Jack the Ripper's crimes was one of the most extensive and high-profile investigations of its time. Despite the best efforts of the police, however, Jack the Ripper was never caught, leading to countless theories and speculations about his identity. One of the most controversial aspects of the investigation was the role of the press, which sensationalized the murders and spread wild rumors and theories about the killer, often without any evidence to support their claims. The investigation into Jack the Ripper's crimes ultimately came to a close without any conclusive evidence or suspects, leaving the identity of the killer shrouded in mystery to this day. Over the years, numerous suspects have been suggested as possible candidates for Jack the Ripper's identity. These suspects range from local criminals and prostitutes to members of the royal family and prominent figures of the time. Some of the most famous suspects include Montague John Druitt, a barrister and teacher who committed suicide shortly after the last murder, Aaron Kosminski, a Polish immigrant who was known to have suffered from mental illness, and Walter Sickert, an artist who was rumored to have had a fascination with Jack the Ripper's crimes. Despite the numerous suspects that have been suggested over the years, however, no conclusive evidence has ever been found to definitely link any of them to the crimes. In conclusion, Jack the Ripper remains one of the most enigmatic and terrifying figures in history. His crimes continue to fascinate and intrigue people to this day, and his identity remains a mystery that has yet to be solved. The context of Jack the Ripper's murders, the investigation that followed, and the various suspects that have been suggested over the years all contribute to the complex and multifaceted nature of Jack the Ripper.